Hello, good afternoon, or morning, or evening, whatever your time zone is right now, friend. It's Hannele from Lawyers Design School here, and it actually feels very strange to be here all by myself because usually in these Wednesday lives, I have a guest and we talk about the real life examples of legal design. But today I'm here all by myself because I wanted to talk about my signature program, Contract Design School, and share some insights about it and also give you an exclusive insider's view inside what's inside the course. But actually, I wanted to start this live by explaining what's going on because I'm a little bit shaky today, and I feel like I have to just tell you briefly what's going on so that you know if I'm acting somehow weird or so you will know why that is. So yesterday there was actually a fire in the building where I live, and it happened right next to us in our neighbor's apartment. And yeah, it was very strange and very frightening day yesterday. Um, and everything is fine. My family is fine. My family's home is fine, and also the neighbor is fine because there lives there used to live this old man, but now he's not living there anymore. So the apartment was empty, which is one of the blessings in this incident. And yeah, they caught the fire on time. So yeah, they were able to put it off. And yeah, but I've been feeling very shaky, and I've been going through that incident in my head, and that's why I wanted to maybe just say a few words about this because I want to normalize us being humans, also in business and also in the online world. That there is this crazy life going on at the same time, and there's no reason for us to hide anything that's happening. Of course, we don't. Maybe it's not always appropriate to pour our hearts out on some personal stuff, but I just wanted to share this what's happening, and um, also to give some perspective on the things that is happening in our lives, because I think at the moment the world is really going crazy. All the stuff that is happening all over the world. There's all these fires like ours next door, but also the heat wave and the wars. And I think that the theme of fire keeps coming up in different forms all the time. And I think that there are many ways how we can approach it and how we can view it, and we can be scared. And of course, many times we should be scared if it's a scary incident. But there's also a layer of us being able to see things differently through these situations, through these fires. They can really raise our awareness about what's really happening around us, and how we can work together to go through them, and also to prevent these fires from happening, and really help us. And the help that we got yesterday from strangers even was really incredible. And the fact that we still are humans in this world, and the way we can work together. I'm just really grateful. And that's why I also wanted to share this experience with you today. Okay, but that's enough of my personal life, and I hope you are doing well, and I hope you haven't had any fires. But if you have had any fires in your life, know that I'm there with you, and we are all capable of supporting each other. But today I wanted to talk about Contract Design School, and I'm really excited to I don't know, dedicate this live session for this course, because I haven't done that before. So basically, let's start with the basics. I will start sharing the screen while I explain the course so that you will get a visual aid for the content as well. And maybe that's helpful for you. Let's see if I'm able to share my screen as I want to. That's interesting. I tried to share my screen and I was removed. The browser just okay, but I hope I'm still live. At least it shows I'm live. Maybe you can comment in the chat if you still see me. You never know what happens with the technology. So I'm trying to share my screen again, and it should show me that I'm live. Okay. Okay, I'm back. I have no idea what's happening with my computer. Uh, but now I'm here. Now I'm here, and I think it may mean that I'm not able to share my screen. So I'm going to do without my screen. I will explain the details of my contract design school without the screen. So it's basically an online course, self-paced online course, where you will learn how to simplify and visualize user-friendly contracts. So it's all about applying legal design for your legal documents and contracts. And why this is now I'm offering a summer special for the course. It's because I'm now offering also a live component to the self-paced course. So I will do 5 live sessions in August, starting on August 1st. So 5 live sessions where we will go through each of the exercises of the modules. So in the course, there are pre-recorded videos, and there are exercises and also templates And we will go through those exercises together in very practical workshop style. And that's why it's so cool that we will get to do the exercises together with me and with other peers, with other participants, and really get that live experience. But it's also for you to stay motivated and stay accountable for actually doing the work. Because many times we may start, and I'm definitely guilty of this myself. Many times we sign up for a course, but we don't finish, and that's the way we don't get the impact that we are looking for. But we really need to do the work that is required for us to do to get the impact. So that's what I'm doing, and that's what I'm offering now: the summer special for Contract Design School, the self-paced course, and then 5 live sessions on top of it. So what does the course look like? What are the modules? We are going through all of the design process, each step of the design process. So you will get a real life experience of what it's like to apply legal design. And all starts with, of course, the foundations of contract design. So you will learn what is contract design, why it's important, really the basic things, so that you don't have to know anything in advance. So you will learn the basics, and then I will also give you examples. What does contract design look like in practice? And then I'm going to talk about the mindset shift, which is really the foundation of all of doing design in action, to have that right mindset. Because the traditional lawyer mindset, I mean, I love lawyers, I'm a lawyer myself, but the traditional lawyer mindset can be very one-sided. It can be very fact-based and facts-based, and it can be text only, and all these very narrow way of thinking and doing. So when we apply this new human-centric mindset, designerly way of working, it really expands our skill set, our reality even, and the way we work as legal experts. So the mindset is really important stuff. I guess you picked that up already. So that's the first module, the foundations, and then we will start the practical design work in the module 2, which is all about the user, how your users are looking at your contracts and how they are using the contracts and how they would like to use your contracts. And the thing is that many people and many law firms and many lawyers are saying that we are very customer centric, but what that means for them is that they try to assume what the customers and what the users want and what they are looking for. But the secret in design is that you actually talk to those customers, you talk to the users. One way or the other, you will get real data from your users and customers and their needs and their struggles and their desires in relation to the contracts. And in module 2, we will go through some simple tools for user research, and you will get in action. So you will do the user research with these very, very simple tools that I will give you. And that's one of the secrets in this course, but also in the work of Lawyers Design School, is that we have simplified the design tools that are used by professional designers. For example, in the beginning, like 4 years ago, in the legal design workshops and contract design workshops and trainings that I did, one of the homeworks for lawyers was to do a user interview. So you need to find someone, typically in your organization, maybe your colleague, or maybe you can even interview your husband or wife or family member or friend, just to practice the interview. You will do an interview on this particular document. You have your own contract, your own document, and you will show it to your friend or colleague, and then you will have an interview. But that is actually, for many lawyers, that's too much. That's too much to ask, at least to start with, to do a full-blown interview. So that's why I've created these more simple tools that you can use user research. So that's for module 2. And then in module 3, then we will actually start the design work, the prototyping. So then we will work on the document itself. So we don't start with the document, we start with the user, but then when you actually understand the most important things for the users, then you have some insight that you can use in your prototyping work. So in module 3, we will look at the structure of your contract. So we will start with the structure and only then move on to the language and visuals. Because if we start with language, you know what happens with lawyers? They are so focused on the small nuances and the grammatical errors that they find in the language that they miss the point. They are not able to look at the document as a whole, and they are not able to look at the big picture. And this is very common, and that's why it's really beneficial to start from the structure and try to understand how are the different pieces of the contract document working together, and are they in the right order, and what are the elements that you could use even if the content of the contract would stay the same. The structural tools can really help the user, how the content is organized, if the information structure, architecture is clear, and all those structural things. So that's module number 3. And these modules, each module includes the basics of the information or the theory behind the tools. And then there are the practical tools, and then there are the exercises where you will actually get to apply what you learn in that module to your own document. And if you don't have your own contract or document, there is an example contract in the course material that you can use for the exercises. So that's not going to be a problem. Then module number 4 is about the language, simplification of language. And maybe I'm not supposed to pick any favor content, but I love language, I love writing. So the module number 4 is my favorite. And it's not a grammar lesson. It's really not a grammar lesson. It's about how you can simplify your language so that your people can actually understand your contract, your document, and you can apply these tools to any communication that you have. So it's not restricted only to contracts and documents. And what's really cool about this module is that I actually launched this course before the ChatGPT, generative AI, just briefly before the ChatGPT first version was launched, and I have updated the content since. So there is contract simplification with generative AI included in the course, but in these 4 live sessions that I'm 5 live sessions that I'm going to do in August, one of the live sessions we will focus on using the generative AI for contract simplification and really looking at the language, because it's so, the AI takes the heavy lifting off from the language simplification. I cannot tell you how many times in the workshops I've seen that the lawyers just stare at their own text, and they cannot come up with any idea of how they could actually simplify it. They just look at the text, and even if they know the pain points that the users have, they are not able to generate any ideas. And of course, there are the tools that are given in the course. What are the practical techniques, how you can simplify the language? But with AI, of course, you cannot just feed in the text and then rely on whatever comes out, but it will give you ideas. It will give you many ideas and ways how you can simplify. So yeah, it's wonderful times that we are living in now. So that's module number 4. And then in module number 5, it's all about the visualization. So how we can add visual elements to the contract, such as infographics, but also we are looking at the text as such. How does it look like? Should we add colors? How about the fonts, font sizes, and also stuff like white space and all these very, very kind of simple design tools, but that we often forget because we just think that the visualization equals adding images, adding icons to your contract. So that is, of course, we can add icons if they help the users, but that's very, very small part of the visualization toolbox. And in the visualization section, there is also one lesson about basics of graphic design. So some ways to look at the document, and it's kind of very, very simple. So you don't have to be a professional designer, but just for you to understand some of the basic principles behind graphic design. So that's module number 5. And at the end of the module 5, if you have been doing all the exercises, you should actually have your prototype ready. So you started with your original contract, and then you work through the modules and apply those exercises, apply those tools to your contract. And so by now you should have your redesigned prototype ready, because then the module number 6, we go back to the user and do some user testing, and you will get feedback from the users. Is this now helpful when you compare it to the original one? And so you don't have to guess. You don't have to make up this stuff from your own head, but we will actually talk to the users. So those are the modules, and then at the end of the course there is a celebration, and that's the fun part, when you actually have worked through the entire course, and then you can celebrate that, okay, I did this, and then you will get a certificate for the course participation, and that's been helpful for so many participants, so that they have actually something tangible to show for their participation. And I can guarantee you that any employer can be very happy if their employees have gone through this kind of a course where they have learned to simplify and visualize contract and legal documents and communication, because that's such a key skills in nowadays, because we are so bombarded with information all the time. So we need to be able to simplify and prioritize our own message, whatever we are trying to convey to other people. And this course will give you those tools, those skills, and that mindset that you will need in whatever work you are doing as a lawyer. I also promised to give you 5 compelling reasons why you should join Contract Design School. And first reason is, of course, the fact that you will learn simplification and visualization of contracts. So this is kind of the key thing, the meat of the course. And that is super valuable, and that is definitely the future-proofing skill that you need, even if you are using generative AI, because you cannot rely on AI to do all of the design work for you. You need to know the basics, you need to know your user, you need to know the techniques so that you can write better prompts for the AI, for example. So this is all needed, even if you are using generative AI as your daily tool. I'm using it daily. The second compelling reason is that it's really more than redesigning a document. We have to think of the functions of the contract, why we are creating these contracts. We are building relationships, we are creating trust, we are showing transparency with our contracting parties. And contract design really gives you these practical tools, how you can work on this other stuff as well, that is not only about the information that is inside the contract. So you can make it easy to understand, and you can support the sales if you are redesigning your sales document. We just had a few months ago a really great contract design workshop where the legal team wanted to invite the sales team in the workshop, and the salespeople were like, why didn't we do this like 10 years ago? This is exactly what we need for our sales, so that we actually, when we have been negotiating on the deal for many months, and then when we're supposed to send out the contract, it's not like, oh, now we have this contract and now we just have to get through with it. You can actually be proud of the contract, and that acts as a sales tool as well, because it's so well designed, it's transparent, it creates trust. These are the things that we are responsible. These are the things that you are responsible for. So it's communication. Contract is communication. So your salespeople and your management and C-suite they will love it. They will love it. I can assure you. Then the third compelling reason is that this is a way how you can really affect your brand. You can strengthen your own brand, whether it's your organization, whether it's your own business, whether it's you as a professional, how you communicate, and your personal brand. That okay, I'm very clear with my communication, and this is my tone of voice that I'm using. That you will get tools how you can build up your own communication and your own brand, because the language and these legal documents are such a big part of the branding as well. And so you can really align your communication and your documents with your branding and the way you want to be understood. Then the thing that I tried to explain in many of my content, I talk about new way of being a lawyer, and what can that look like. And it's really about, big part of it is this mindset shift that I talked about earlier, that you can become this new expert, and you can bring your whole all of your skills in. You can use your creativity, you can use your empathy, you can use these human-centered skills in your work. When you are writing your documents, when you are drafting your contracts, you can bring all of you. And then the way you interact with people, you can actually affect that too. And that is the new way of lawyering, that can also add the sense of purpose and sense of meaning in your own work. When you actually understand better the people that you are helping, and then you are able to help them better with your products, with your documents, with your communication. So there is this new level of, you're not just looking at the papers and typing away, but there is there are people behind that document and that communication. You are actually helping them, and you are when you apply that user centricity, that customer centricity for real in your work, that to me is the new kind of lawyering. And it's really about this human centricity, but also for you to be able to be you and bring all of your sides to your own work, because you can have ideas, you can be creative, you can be visual, all of these things that we think that we have to leave outside the work. When we go there, we just have to be this army of lawyers with gray suits and black suits, and we just need to work on the boring black and white papers. But that's not true. We can really bring out our personality and creativity in the work. And then the last point I want to make about these compelling reasons is that this course is your window, and very practical window to the world of legal design and design thinking. And I know that there are many of you who are very interested in learning doing legal design in practice. You see all these great examples, and you are maybe so all in, and you think that this is the future. But then you are like, how do I do this in practice? How do I do this in practice? And that is actually something that I noticed when I was going through the design classes, that many times we don't get these one step-by-step instructions. How do you actually do the design work? How do you design the document, for example? So this is very, very practical window for you. And when you open that window, when you open that small window and start doing the work, then the whole world opens up for you. And I don't, maybe it sounds maybe it sounds that I'm exaggerating, but it really transformed my life and the way I work as a lawyer, to be able to apply and practice the Designerly way of working and all these tools. And it's really transformed the way I look at lawyer work nowadays. For many years, I thought that I was an ex-lawyer because I couldn't fit in to that traditional mold of a lawyer. And then I realized that there is this new world, new way of being, new way of working. So I can be a lawyer. I can be a lawyer, and I can be a different kind of lawyer. And then this whole new world of what does user centricity for real means, how I can actually practice that in my work, and what does empathy mean, what does creativity mean, and for me the latest. I don't know if I can say the latest, but that's kind of my biggest thing is for me to be able to work with my intuition. Really using and being able to hear my inner voice and use that in my designer work. And that is a huge thing for me. And these are all possible for you when you start applying this methodology and this process and these strategies and this mindset in practice. And I want that for you because it can be very transformative. So if you are interested in joining Contract Design School, you better act fast because the doors are open until next Sunday, so June 30th. End of June, the doors will close for now. And I don't know when the doors will open up again, because I will be updating the course content in the fall. And the cool thing is that you will get the updated content if you now sign up. You will get the updated content for the same price, because you will have access to the course material for 12 months after your purchase for the course material, and any updates I do for the course material for 12 months. And all of of course, there are the pre-recorded videos and the materials that you can go through at your own pace. And then the live sessions that we will be doing in August, they will all be recorded. So if you cannot make it live, the replays will be available for you in the course platform. And then you will get the updates when I publish the updated course. But you need to act fast because you will only have few days left. And then I also wanted to talk about the pricing. So there are now 2 layers of the pricing. So there is the self-paced course, which doesn't include the live session. So that's 697 euros. And then the summer special that I'm offering now with the live sessions is 997. And both of these prices include, there are payment plans available, so you can pay in 3 parts if that's more suitable for you. So 697 and 997 with 3 pay options. And the other thing about the summer special is the legal design and AI bonus, which I briefly mentioned. So one of the live sessions in August will be focused on how to use AI for contract simplification. You will get a practical worksheet, and we will look at some very specific prompts for your inspiration, and we will spend that workshop on working on AI for contract simplification only, because that's so timely and that's so exciting to have these tools readily available for us now to take the heavy lifting from the simplification work. So I'm really excited about that particular. But of course,
all of the live sessions because I love the interaction with people and the possibility that I will actually see you and you will see me and we can have a live discussion. I can answer questions and we can work through any questions you have and any if you are stuck with something. So those are incredible opportunities. So if you are interested, go to lawyersdesignschool.com/enroll. So lawyersdesignschool.com/enroll. And there you will find all the information about the course and there you can sign up. I'm very sorry that I can't share my screen. I don't want to try it again because I failed 2 times, but I will put the link in the comment below this video, so you will find the link to the course page there. But I'd love to see you inside the course. I'd like to get an opportunity to work with you. And if you sign up today, you will get immediate access to the self-paced course. You can binge watch all the videos throughout the July and then be all prepared when the live sessions start 1st of August. So you are all set to go, or then you can just go through the modules week by week when we are doing the live course in August. So you are warmly welcome. And please email me or DM me if you have any questions. I'm happy to help you. And yeah, I hope to see you in the course. I hope you're having a wonderful time. Bye.